Offense. According to teammates and coaches, Patriots QB coach Jedd Fisch particularly happy with Cam's progress so far. Take a listen.
It really feels to me when Cam walks out on the practice field, it's truly recess for him. It's the opportunity to go play. And what we all remember when we were kids, when the bell rang and we got to go outside at school and take a break from the work and go play. That's kind of the feeling I get from Cam every time he gets out here, that it's a happy place, and I think that's great. The best reflection of his work ethic, I mean, we're not even on 4 weeks yet, and he's able to function and run the offense.
Well, Brendan, I found out in our morning meeting this morning. I found out in our morning meeting today that Jedd...
What
anyway,
is Jedd Fisch
you expect Cam to flourish in the Patriots offense in year one? Exactly. But he did say it. He didn't have to say it. Do you expect him to take what most people say is a very complicated offense and flourish and run with it?
No, I mean, that's what coaches are supposed to do. They're supposed to put their players in position to win games. Jedd Fisch, that was my receiver coach back in Denver. I love Jedd Fisch. He's never going to throw his guys under the bus, so I expect this from Jedd. Now, Cam Newton, I think this is a perfect fit for him, and here's why. Because the Patriots are one of the very few teams that actually commits to the run in this modern football pass-happy league. They also set up the play-action pass, which Cam is really good at. And then the other thing, well, Cam Newton is probably one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks we have ever seen. So this zone read with Jedd Fisch, Josh McDaniels, I think is going to take the league by storm. They have their work cut out for them, but I really am excited about Cam Newton in the Pats. Now, look, Josh McDaniels is also this outlier here. He doesn't get enough credit. This is like boy wonder, genius. I was with him in 2009 in Denver, and his team meetings, his offensive meetings were masterful. This guy is one of those people that has his players in position to win every single week. There's going to be a new playbook every week. There's actually going to be plays for one moment. The one moment in a game, it comes down to situational football. This guy's going to be able to tell you, guys, third quarter, 8 minutes to go. When we get into the fringe, past the 40, this defensive coordinator is going to call cover zero. He looked at me one time and he said, Brandon, they're going to call cover zero. Kyle Orton's going to look at you, pat on the head, you run a post. It's going to be a touchdown. We got it. I run a post. I'm wide open. I drop the ball. I've never been more prepared. Now, I should have caught the ball, but the more of the story is Josh McDaniels is going to have Cam Newton exactly where he needs to be.
This is, by the way, is evidence of what a great teammate Brandon is. I know the exact clip he's talking about. Orton overthrew him by 7 yards. Ball wasn't dropped, but it was all the same. We all get the story. The story still hits. So there's so much focus on, is Cam going to be able to comprehend the Patriots offense, that sometimes we miss the forest for the trees here, and I think Brandon alluded to it great. The Patriots' last couple of years have been a run-first team, and that might be a bit of an anachronism in 2020, but that's the way the team is built. And now they have a quarterback who has been the best short yardage, not quarterback runner, but the best short yardage runner, running back, or quarterback over the last decade on their team. Cam also, for the first time since his MVP year, can drop back to pass knowing, you know what? I got a pretty damn good offensive line in front of me. I don't have to worry about folks coming for my feet or TJ Watt blindsiding me and wrecking my shoulder, as happened in 2018, which kind of started the whole Cam is injury prone narrative. Up until that hit against TJ Watt, Cam had missed 3 games in his entire career. And so there's just wilds. I hate giving commentary that adds that twinkle to your eye about the Patriots. But when it comes to Cam and his fit, I think it's going to fit perfect. And I think Brandon's point about them being able to focus on the run and use that as a strength is a huge thing here, Wilds.
Yeah, I agree, Nick, and I'm glad as a fellow Patriot fan that you finally see it my way. Sad day for everybody that said, hey, should Belichick tank? Should the Patriots just give up? Oh, they should just give up on the year and get Trevor Lawrence. He should throw it away. Just be like the Warriors, get a high draft pick. Oh, and then what happened? Here comes Cam Newton. 4 weeks in, we feel good about it already. I'm not worried. I'm interested to see how great Cam can be. Week 1, not worried about. I know they said Fitzpatrick's coming in. I don't know. I still think Tua gets the start. Either way, Belichick 12-0 against rookie quarterbacks at home. Week 2, I'm a little bit nervous about. I think the season, we can get a glimpse of the season at week 2. Belichick is 1-2 against Pete Carroll. Cam's 2-5 against Pete Carroll, Brandon. So I'm interested week 2 to see if we can get over the hump. Of course, Belichick's big win was the Super Bowl. Then it's week 4, Brandon. This is a big day on the show. 13,000 people in Arrowhead. Cam Newton versus Patrick Mahomes. I'm very happy to see where Cam Newton's going to go. Brandon, the question to you is, if he's this far ahead right now, have you had experience with a quarterback that gets exponentially better as the season goes on?
That's exactly what they're supposed to say. But we don't know if he's that far ahead. The Patriots are always going to protect their players. Jed Fish is always going to protect his players. So do we really know how awesome of a camp he's really having? I think, the stories coming out about, his personality, his leadership, that's true. But when it comes to X's and O's, you got to think about it. It takes guys years to master an offense. The thing that Cam has going for himself right now is those two coaches, Jed Fish and Josh McDaniels. They're going to put together a playbook that works for Cam. One of the coolest things about the Patriots is they have a playbook on every single player in the NFL. I remember playing against the Patriots when I was with the Jets, and I would come out, and depending on what foot I had forward, determined how they played me. Would they double me? Would they roll to 2? Would they play man-to-man, inside, outside? And it took me 2 games to figure it out. And after the game, I asked the guys, I said, what is it that you guys are seeing? They said, well, Brandon, every time you put your outside foot up, you're taking an inside release. So it tells us everything.
Why did they tell you
with
that?
Cam Newton, well, because I got some cool friends on the other side, right? Like I got a few people. I got a few people on the inside.
Listen, among my girlfriends, we don't share that kind of stuff. Sorry, go on. Just keep it close to the vest.
Listen, but you got to do everything you can to get an edge, and I'm saying all that to say that the Patriots know exactly who Cam is. They know that he's a dual-threat quarterback. They know with the running game, it will open up the play action, which he excels in, and he'll be able to freaking crush the zone read.
Go ahead,
and
Nick.
just quickly, the Wilds, to your point, because I can't add anything to Brandon's, that was great, is I think you're focused on the beginning of the season, which is understandable because we're all so excited for football to finally be back.
Yeah.
But the Patriots just need to tread water the first 10 weeks of the year. If they are 5-5 after 10 games, they're fine. Because the back end of that schedule, you can look at it and say, well, 3 straight AFC East teams to end the year. You got the 2 LA teams, fortunately for the Patriots, in back-to-back weeks, so you actually don't have extra travel. And the Thursday night game, you're already in LA. Meanwhile, the LA home team was on the road that week, so they're actually traveling on a short week. You aren't. So, like 5-0 at the end of the season is totally in play. 6-0 as well if you think you can beat the Cardinals. So, I just think the Patriots, who typically peak at the end of the year anyway, while Cam is getting his feet underneath him, if they can just tread water, they can be in great shape by the end of the year, which is all you guys in New England understandably care about.
No, Nick, you're a smart guy, but I mean, right there, you sound foolish. 5-0 down the stretch? The Buffalo Bills, are you serious? The LA teams, are you kidding me? You think that they're just going to sweep everyone?
I think the Patriots
Brandon,
can start 5-6 and make the playoffs. Absolutely. I think Bills, Dolphins, Jets at the end of the year. I think the LA teams are going to be, one's going to be starting Justin Herbert, the other one's going to be regretting they're still starting Jared Goff. So yeah, I do think 5-0's in play.
Ouch.
All right, at some point soon, Brandon, I want to get your record for how you think the Patriots are going to do. But hold it, because we got to talk some Clippers. Why is Doc Rivers telling ice-cold Paul George to shoot more headed into Game 5. More, not less. Next, first things first.